Welcome back, everyone, to another State of the Company address. It's been a couple weeks. I mean, you know, this is where you get all your information for Crazy Ant Media's podcast, merch, and, of course, our projects that we are constantly working on.
Constantly.
I mean, it doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
No.
It's non-stop, y'all.
Exactly. But, I mean, we got some great things to report. I know, like I said, it's been a couple weeks, like 2, I believe. But we are now formulating the breakdown for episode 4 for The Raven's Vision.
Yes, and have the teaser done. We've got the
right
teaser
there.
scene done. It's on its way.
Yes.
And it's a good one.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So excited. Building the secondary characters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people can get connected to them as well.
I know.
I mean,
it's going to be the show opens with secondary characters.
Yeah.
What?
Like shit.
Yeah, it's going to be epic.
Exactly. And then along with Bonk's Bar, we are almost done with the pilot episode with that. A couple more pages and like doing some revisions and stuff. But I mean, we're right there. Right on the cusp. But I'm very excited about that one as well. I mean, I want to send that off and get some feedback from that one. So that'd be good. And then with getting viral, everybody knows that we are searching for new writers. We're interviewing multiple writers and very different parts of the country. I mean, we're interviewing people from like Seattle, LA, North Carolina, Charlotte, like all these different places.
All over.
Yeah.
Because that one's at the point where we're doing a writer's room now. We're building a writer's room to bring in. So very important.
Yeah.
It's very important.
I'm very excited about that one. I mean, a lot of different steps. And I mean, we're very heavily focused on episodic series right now, as you can tell. But I'm just very excited to see the progression of where all these stories are going to go. Because, I mean, we have 3 episodics in the works and our short film that we are sending out sides for and trying to get a cast together.
Yeah, because hopefully we're going to be able to shoot that thing pretty soon.
Right.
It looks like restrictions are easing up. Looks like we're going to have an area, so we'll see,
man.
We'll see. But we are doing everything to be ready to shoot when they say we can shoot. So,
Exactly. But I mean, always nonstop work, man. Nonstop freaking work. Now, I mean, the podcast this week, it's going to be epic. 125.
Yes.
We have the one and only Riley Shanahan coming back on Inside the Crazy Ant Farm.
Robot Man himself.
Yes.
Or the man behind the robot armor.
Exactly. The man behind the mask.
Yes, it's going to be always fun, man. His first interview was so ridiculously great.
It was.
Always fun to talk to.
I know. I'm super pumped about that one. Because there was a lot of backstory with Cliff this season in Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's going to be really fun. And, of course, if anybody watched the season finale of Doom Patrol, he also had a scene with our last week's guest, Josh McHale.
Yes, an epic scene. Yeah. Robot Man versus Jesus. Yes, that Jesus. It was like, got to be one of the craziest, most out there scenes I have seen in a long time. But that's Doom Patrol.
Exactly.
So I can't wait to talk to him about that. And I mean, seriously, just if any guy deserved the success that he's seeing right now, it's Riley.
I agree.
Just one of the coolest, nicest guys, man. And Josh as well. Super pumped. Mark Ashworth. We just saw the freaking finale for Stargirl.
Yes.
Holy shit, Shining Knight.
Yeah.
Had the Kentucky Fried Chicken and Excalibur and was wielding some shit, man. We've been really just having some awesome guests the show, man. It's so fun.
It's so good, man. It's so good. I mean, busy as shit with the podcast, honestly. Just this week alone, we're recording 3 interviews so we can get those in the can and release them at later dates. But I'm super excited because they're all good.
And just a little tease. We're not going to tell you what, but we can tell you that one of our upcoming interviews is unlike anything we've ever done before.
Yeah.
Totally off the scope of what you expect, and we're like super excited about that.
Yeah.
Because that's us. We're always changing the game. We're always elevating in the bar. We're trying to do new stuff and be unique and outside the box, and I'm excited as hell. How's that for a tease?
Right? Exactly.
Now everybody's like, what?
The fuck is it? But then, of course, the social media for the podcast has been going really well as well.
Yes.
But I'm super happy with all that because it seems like we're gaining some of the old fans that were following the Crazy Ant Media accounts, but we're also gaining new fans who are finding the podcast and are newbies to Inside the Crazy Ant Farm and are wanting to get a little crazy with us.
A lot of fellow podcasters
Exactly.
I've noticed are jumping on and coming on board for us. And Thank you guys for sharing and doing all the awesome stuff
Definitely.
with voting for us with Podcast Mag.
Exactly.
Keep those votes coming. Keep pushing. We want to be on that list in September.
Exactly.
So we know we have a massive fan base, and we want that to show. So thanks for the votes.
Hell yeah.
Keep going.
Exactly. Just keep going. Keep going. But this week on episode 125 of Inside the Crazy Ant Farm, it's going to get a little crazy. It's going to get a little crazy. I know a lot of people saw that Will Smith signed on to executive produce that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot.
Yes.
This one is a complete, retelling. We're against reboots a lot of the time, but there's some out there that it's like, if you do it a different way, then why not? If it seems interesting and piques somebody's interest, hell yeah.
Yeah.
They're taking it from a dramatic standpoint this time.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys haven't checked out the trailer for Bel-Air, just look for it on YouTube.
It's badass.
Bel-Air, and you'll see what this series is going to be, because it's directly coming from this trailer that they shot, and oh my gosh, I'm excited as hell about it.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. And something else we've also been talking about with the podcast, we go in depth on some stories and industry news, but we're talking about doing a whole different segment for YouTube so that we can go more in depth, especially right now with everything revolving around streaming basically, and possibly everybody cutting the cord, and the evolution of that, and seeing how Corona kind of put the shit in high gear. I feel like the networks might have a little trouble because of Corona.
Exactly. ITCAF behind the scenes.
Yes.
That's what we're going to call it. And we're just going to address some things that we can't fully get to on the show, but that we want to talk about. And agreed. If you guys have been following the show since the very first year, since the very first episode, literally in our very first industry news, we talked about the demise of network television and how we thought eventually it would disappear. And here we are, gang. I mean, layoffs after layoffs after layoffs from all the big five. And all because they're geared towards the streamers now,
exactly.
as opposed to... And not just for network television. What does it mean for theaters?
Yeah.
For theatrical releases moving forward? Especially with the law being, revoked now. And the rules going back to where studios can own theaters.
Yeah.
But what for? If you're focused all on the streamers, why would you need to own the theaters? Is this a move where they're going to buy up theaters and sell them off? Well, I mean,
it's scary. It's scary as shit, man. I don't know what's going on. Is this going to give the theaters too much power? But that's something we'll go in depth about probably next week after this recent episode of Inside the Crazy Ant Farm drops on Friday. So be sure to listen to that and watch that next week on our YouTube channel, because we're trying to ramp up the YouTube content, because, people make a lot of money from YouTube.
They do.
We're ready to jump on that. We're ready to jump on that.
And look, to all our subscribers out there, or anybody that might be a new jumping on and subscribing, comment, let us know if there's a topic that you want us to talk about dealing with the entertainment industry. Let us know. We have thoughts on everything.
Yeah. Agreed.
So please let us know, and you might see your topic pop up on the YouTube channel.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely.
We'll get in depth.
Exactly. And then, of course, IMDb Pro. Be sure to track us on IMDb Pro. We're putting new episodes for the podcast up there every week. You can track the podcast. You can track our guests who we've had on the show.
Yes.
We've had over 100 guests on the podcast, guys, which is insane. We're so fortunate that everybody has taken time out of their day to come get a little crazy with us and just laid back. Honestly, we've been, like I said, so fortunate to have so many awesome, cool, genuine people on the podcast to talk about their career, their life, what they stand for, and just to get to know them, because celebrities, they're just people.
Yeah.
That's their 9 to 5. They're just working their day job. So it's awesome to see that the realism of the Hollywood celebrities.
Yeah, and I think that the key word you put out there is genuine.
Yeah.
They're just all genuinely good men and women.
True.
Just living life, doing... So many of them come on and talk about projects that have nothing to do with their acting.
Exactly.
It's charitable work that they're doing, or stuff that they're doing to try to help other people. That I enjoy those interviews so much when they come on and talk about, things that are important to them and what they're doing outside of the career.
Yeah.
We've learned so much from all of our guests. It's just unreal.
Exactly, guys. We're everywhere. You guys know it. Be sure to visit our website, crazyantmedia.com. There's new merchandise up on the website right now. Yes. You see it on the video. We are super happy about that. We were talking about last week about how we don't really have a lot of podcast gear, so we decided to shift focus a little bit and put some more podcast gear up there.
Yes.
So enjoy, buy it up. Get all the latest and greatest Crazy Ant Media gear on our website, crazyantmedia.com. And of course, you guys know you can follow us at Crazy Ant Media for the production side of things, and follow ItCaf Podcasts on all social media platforms for podcast-related news. We're so super excited about episode 125 coming out on Friday, and of course, you can follow ourselves personally because we got a lot of opinions on shit.
We have so many opinions.
Myself at JLoFantastic and
Crazy Ant Guy 1970.
Yes, that's right, guys. That's right. We appreciate everybody for getting a little crazy with us on this week's State of the Company address. So many good things. Oh, and of course, this week's top 5 for the podcast, cult favorites, cult movies. That's a good one.
It should be no surprise to anybody that I dove into the 80s.
Right, no surprise.
No surprise.
Seriously.
No, I know you were probably looking at mine going, I knew it.
Yeah,
I was like, you know.
Expected.
How am I going to pick cult favorites not from the 80s? I did get, there's a couple on there not from the 80s, but it's mostly 80s.
You know. And I mean, for all you know who know me, who's not going to be surprised that I put a Kevin Smith movie on there?
Shocker.
Shocker. Right? Exactly. But we appreciate you guys. Listen to episode 125 of the podcast this Friday on all podcast platforms. Watch it on YouTube. If you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell to get all the notifications about Crazy Ant Media, because we got a lot of shit going on. So, I mean, you guys need to stay up to date. But we appreciate you guys. Get crazy. Stay crazy. Deuces.
A lot of stuff going on.